Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be going over the Soracom Event Handler. This event handler lets you create rules for your console that helps you stay on top of your current deployment of SIM cards by way of setting notifications or alerts and triggering specific events to occur after that happens. So to get to the event handler from the dashboard, we're going to go to the top left-hand side of the screen where it says Menu and select the event handler option from the drop-down. From here you can see I've created some already, but we're going to create one from scratch by going to the Event Creation tab on the left and selecting it. The options that you have here are going to be as followed. We have the ability to name and describe the event that we're going to look at and create, the target we will choose, which will have the SIM we can target, the subscriber or profile that it's on, a group of SIM cards, which is popular for things like pooled data plans, as well as the operator, which will target the entire console as a whole. So to start, we're going to look at our monthly billing amount. So we're going to select the target, which will be the operator, and the first rule is going to be the monthly bill amount for the console. And so here you can choose the amount of money that you would like to be notified for once it has been consumed by the Soracom console and the SIM cards. So let's set a threshold for $200, trigger immediately, and now we can start creating actions to respond to this event that has been created. And so for my first event, I will send an email. Well, it's not just set for email. We can also do things like change the speed class or throttle the SIMs. Send email to the operator themselves, so the owner of the account. Activate, deactivate, put the SIMs in standby or suspend by changing the status of the SIM cards, as well as doing things like executing a web request or making an API call, or invoking an AWS Lambda function within AWS to respond to these events as well. So to start, we'll send an email. We'll send it to support. And our title will be monthly threshold of data consumed. Just letting you know you've consumed $200 worth of data. And from there, we'll go down and hit the Create tab to make this event live. And now we have our monthly threshold indicating that after $200, we would like to send an email to support with the contents of that email that we have created. From here, we can go back in, and instead of looking at the amount of money spent within the console, we can look at the amount of data being consumed by some SIM cards. So once again, this is going to be our pooled plan. We're going to target, instead of the operator, we're going to target the group. From here, we need to choose our group of SIMs that we would like to target. And then for the rule, we're going to select once again, down at the bottom, our monthly total traffic. And so from here, let's say we have 10 SIM cards. All of them are on a gig pooled plan. And so we have 10 gigs total to spare for the month. I want to set my threshold at 50% of my consumed data. So I'll throw 5,000 megs down to get an alert when I've consumed half of my data for the month. Once again, we'll go to our Actions tab, send another email to support. Title being 50% consumed data. And again, alerting us saying, hey, you've used 50% of your data for the month. After that, we'll create it. And now, again, we have our limit of 50% of our data being consumed for the month. Once again, these are some quick and easy ways to stay on top of your data consumption within the Soracom console. And anytime you need to be a little bit more creative, again, you can go back in, set more thresholds, create more amounts, create more actions to occur after the first one to get a better control over your deployment as a whole.